Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I am going to share one of the most important topic of law and ethics from ethics section, chapter number 21, and the topic is need for business ethics. Need for business ethics. This is your lecture number 44, and this topic already appeared in December 2017 examinations, which is carries up to 10 marks. Right? So very important for your examination point of view. So let's get started without wasting any further time. Okay, so first we need to understand what is the definitions of ethics, and what is the meaning of ethics, and what is the importance of business ethics. What is the importance of business ethics in an organization? Okay, so as we have already shared about the definitions, meaning and importance of ethics, right? So what is the definitions of ethics? Ethics is defined as the discipline which is dealing with what is good and bad with moral duty and obligations. Ethics is defined as the discipline which is dealing with what is good and bad with moral duty and obligations, right? Then what is the meaning of ethics? The term ethics commonly refers to the rules or principles that define what are the right and wrong conduct. The term ethics commonly refers to the rules or principles that define right and wrong conduct. Okay, business ethics is concerned with truth and justice, then and has a variety of aspects such as expectation of the society, fair and competitions, advertising, then public relationships, then social responsibilities, then consumer autonomy, and corporate behavior in the country as well as abroad, right? Corporate behavior in the country as well as abroad means बिजनेस एथिक्स को पढ़ने का पर्पज ये है कि अगर आप फ्यूचर में आगे जाके कोई एस्टेब्लिश एंटरप्रेन्योर बनते हो तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि बिजनेस एथिक्स क्या है आपके, और क्या ऐसे चीज़ है जो आपको करनी चाहिए एज ए पार्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस, और ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ है जो आपको नहीं करना चाहिए. ओके, सो सोसाइटी जहां आप काम करते हो उसको आपसे क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है, राइट? फेयर कंपटीशन क्या होता है, एडवर्टाइजिंग आपको कैसे करनी चाहिए, कैसे नहीं करनी चाहिए, उसके बाद पब्लिक रिलेशनशिप कैसे होना चाहिए आपके और आपकी कंपनी और आपकी सोसाइटी में, देन सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज आपको कैसे फुलफिल करना है, ये सब बातें. ठीक है. सो द टर्म एथिक्स कॉमनली रेफर्स टू द रूल्स एंड और प्रिंसिपल्स दैट डिफाइन राइट एंड रॉन्ग कंडक्ट. बिजनेस एथिक्स इज कंसर्न विद ट्रूथ एंड जस्टिस and has a variety of aspects such as expectation of society, fair and competitions, advertising, public relationships, social responsibilities, consumer autonomy, and corporate behavior in the home country as well as abroad, right? So ethics is important because the government, law and lawyers cannot do everything to protect the society, right? So ethics is very important because the government, law and lawyers cannot do everything to protect the society. Okay, so now comes to need for business ethics. Okay, so as we know that ethics corresponds to basic human needs. It is human trait that man desires to be ethical, not only in his private life but also in business. These ethical needs compel the organization to be ethic oriented, right? So a company perceived by the public to be ethically and socially responsive will be honored and respected. The management has credibility with its employees precisely because it has credibility with the public. An ethical attitude helps the management to make better decisions because ethics will force a management to take various aspects such as you can say economic, social and ethical in making decisions, right? So value driven companies are sure to be successful in the long run though they lose money in the short run. Okay, right? So trait means what? Trait means a distinguishing quality or characteristic, typically one belonging to a person, or you can say genetically a optimistic characteristics, right? So ethics correspond to basic human needs. It is human trait. Human trait means a distinguishing quality or characteristic that typically one belonging to a person, that man desire to be ethical not only in his private life but also in business. These ethical needs compel the organization to be ethic oriented, right? And now, what are the main essential points of business ethics and what are the need for business ethics? The first and most important point is to stop business malpractices, and then to improve customer confidence, then for the survival of business, then to safeguard consumer rights, then to protect employees and shareholders, then to develop good relationships, to create good image for functioning, for smooth functioning, then importance of labor, then healthy competitions, right? So these are essential points you need to remember for need for business ethics. Okay, so first and most important, to stop business malpractices means, you can say that some unscrupulous businessmen do business malpractices by indulging in unfair trade practices, like you can say black marketing, artificial high pricing, adulterations, cheating in weight and measures, then you can say selling of duplicate and harmful product, then holding false claims of representations about their product, etc. So in that case, ethics are required to stop such business malpractices, right? Then second important point is to improve customer confidence. To improve customer confidence means, business ethics are needed to improve the customer confidence about what? About the quality, quantity, price, etc. What? Quality, quantity, and price, etc. of the product. So the customers have more trust and confidence in the businessmen who follow ethical rules, right? So they feel that such businessmen will not cheat them easily. Okay, then uh, third important point is for the survival of the business. Survival of business means what? In simple, you can say that business ethics are mandatory for the survival of business, right? The businessmen who do not follow it will have short-term success, but they will fail in the long run, right? This is because they can cheat a consumer only once. After that, the consumer will not buy goods from the businessman. He will also tell others not to buy from that businessman. So this will defame his image and gives a negative publicity. Okay, उसके बाद क्या होगा? This will result in failure of the business. Therefore, if the businessmen do not follow ethical rules, he will fail in the market. So it is always better to follow appropriate and right code of conduct to survive in the market, right? So this is called for the survival of business. Then fourth important point of need for business ethics is to safeguard consumers right. To safeguard consumer rights means consumer sovereignty. What? Consumer sovereignty. Consumer sovereignty cannot be either ruled out or denied, because business can survive so long it enjoys the patronage of consumer, right? The consumer has many rights, such as right to health and safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to redress, etc., right? So but many businessmen do not respect and protect these rights. For this, business ethics must safeguard these rights of the consumers. Okay, so this is called to safeguard consumers' right. Right. Then to protect employees and shareholders. To protect employees and shareholders means, in simple, you can say that business ethics are required to protect the interest of employees, shareholders, competitors, dealers, suppliers, etc. It protects them from exploitation through unfair trade practices, right? To protect employees and shareholders means business ethics are required to protect the interest of employees, shareholders, competitors, dealers, suppliers, etc. It protects them from exploitation through unfair trade practices, right? Then Next important point is to develop good relationships. To develop good relationships means business ethics are important to develop good and friendly relations between business and society, right? This will result in a regular supply of good quality goods and services at low prices to the society at large. It will also result in profits for the businessmen, thereby resulting in growth of economy also, right? Very very important point. Then next important point is for smooth functioning. For smooth functioning means if the business follows all the business ethics, then the employees, shareholders, consumers, dealers, and suppliers will all happy together. Will all happy together. So they will give full cooperation to the business. This will result in smooth functioning of the business, so the business will grow, expand, and diversify easily and quickly also. So it will have more sales and more profit. So for smooth functioning, business ethics is very much essential. Okay. Then importance of labor. Importance of labor means labor, that is employees or workers, play a very crucial role in the success of a business, right? Therefore business must use business ethics while dealing with the employees. The business must give them proper wages and salaries and provide them with better working conditions also. There must be good relations between employer and employees. The employees must also be given proper welfare facilities, right? So importance of labor is the most essential need for business ethics. Okay, then healthy competitions. Healthy competitions means what? The business must be used while dealing with the competitors. They must have healthy competitions with the competitors. Healthy competitions brings about efficiencies, breaks complacencies, to leads to optimal utilization of scarce resources, hence is always welcome, right? They must do not cutthroat competitions. Similarly, they must give equal opportunities to small scale businesses. They must avoid monopoly. This is because a monopoly is harmful to the consumer, right? So these are some important points you need to understand to stop business malpractices, then to improve customer confidence, then for the survival of business, then to safeguard consumer rights, then to protect employees and shareholders, then to develop good relations, then to create a good image for smooth functioning of the business, then importance of labor, then healthy competitions, right? These are the all important need for business ethics. First you need to write what is the meaning of business ethics, then uh, what are the importance of business ethics and why business ethics is important, or why need arises for business ethics. Okay, so as you know that ethics correspond to human needs, so it is human trait that man desires to be ethical not only in his private life but also in business. These ethical needs compel the organization to be ethic oriented, right? A company perceived by the public to be ethically and socially responsive, then they will be honored and respected. The management has credibility with his employees precisely because it has credibility with the public. Okay, so an ethical attitude helps the management make better decisions because ethics will force a management to take various aspects like economic, social, and ethical in making decisions. Okay, so ethics is important because the government, law, and lawyers cannot do everything to protect the society, to protect the, ओके, सो ये सब पॉइंट आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. नीड फॉर बिजनेस एथिक्स to stop business malpractices, to improve customer confidence, for the survival of business, to safeguard consumer rights, to protect employees and shareholders, to develop good relationships, to create a good image in an organization, for smooth functioning of the business, then consumer movement, then importance of labor, then healthy competitions. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support, and happy studying.